Hi, Gretchen. David, I was wondering if you might like a little water. I know it's kind of dry in here.
Thank
And
you.
you've been in here for quite a few hours now. And I brought some for you too. Are you interested or not so much?
Sure. Thank you.
I'm going to, is it okay if I sit?
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to really talk to both of you because the time for you to go home is coming right up. And there are some things that I will be talking to you about in terms of discharge. But I really, really wanted to know kind of what your day is planned to be like today because I know this was all so unexpected.
Yeah, it was.
I'm just lost for words.
You're lost for words, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. It was very, very unexpected.
Mm-hmm. I know. Now I can see that there's nobody with you right now. I know that you had your family here last night. So when you leave today, when you go home from the hospital, what were you planning to do?
Well, we're planning to go to the store, find a dress for our child.
Yeah, we didn't have anything planned for the baby to wear.
Mm.
We have to get something for the funeral.
Boy.
And probably just go home after that.
Really, how do you plan for this, though?
Yeah.
I don't even know what to do.
It's all so unfamiliar. If I could just share a few things that I've learned from parents who have been in this situation. One of the things that I know that can happen is you can run into somebody. A lot of people stop at the store, they go grocery shopping or whatever when they leave, and sometimes you run into somebody that you know. So if you did, how do you think that might go? What are they most likely to ask you?
Probably how things are going with the baby.
Yeah, probably so, huh?
When we're due.
When you're due. What do you think, what would feel like something you could say today if you did run into somebody that didn't know about your baby dying?
Not really like things you'd want to share.
Yeah.
I
Hard
don't
to
know.
Does anything come to mind that might be okay to say in that really difficult time?
Just that there was complications that we weren't expecting.
Yeah.
And that the baby didn't make it.
Mm-hmm. I know from other parents that having to say that for the first time is very, very hard. And it might be, if this happens, it can be to somebody that you don't even know all that well. So I hope it helps to have thought through it just a little bit.
Yeah. It does help.
Go ahead, Gretchen.
There are going to be a lot of people asking, probably.
Yeah. And for you too, huh, David?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just really don't know what to say.
Well, maybe one of the things that, not to figure out exactly what to say, but the fact that you and Gretchen have thought a little bit about it now and talked a little bit about it, maybe it will help you for the first time or the second time or the third time, because people will be interested. You know, they've been looking forward to this too. There's also in that booklet that you have that we gave you last night, the parents booklet, we've also got in there a brochure that's called How Family and Friends Can Help. And you may want to share that with the people that are closest to you, because sometimes they can help by telling others.
Okay,
So that's there for you.
that'll help.
I hope so. I got a few things that are about physical things and who to contact and that sort of thing. So I'm going to go through it, and it'll probably take about 15 minutes, and that's the last thing, and then you'll be able to go home. But I wanted to ask both of you a question about what if you did go home, and let's say that you were unsure about something, or maybe you didn't feel well and you wondered if it was related to your delivery, if you had an infection or something like that. What's the usual route that you would take to ask questions? How do you usually figure out what to do?
I usually call the nurse advisor if it's something that I don't know.
And that is helpful to you, is it?
Most of the time.
I think that is a good plan, unless you're really sure that you need to be seen right away. Obviously, urgent care and the emergency room are available. But if that works well for you, then it would work for this as well. I just wanted you to know that you could also call about any problems that you have.
Okay.
So, did you have an episiotomy with your delivery? Did you have stitches?
Yes.
And are they bothering you a lot today? Are you sore or not so much?
A little sore.
You should feel better in actually a few days, but you can keep taking. You had a bath this morning, a sitz bath, and you can keep taking those. So, David and Gretchen, this really is the end of the list that I had to talk to you about, and I'll be sending it with you. I do need you to sign, Gretchen. Do you want to do that right now, or would you rather get dressed first?
Probably sign it now. What do you think? Should I sign it now, or should we get dressed first?
I think it's all up to you, really.
Either way is fine. Would it be easier for you to write and sign your name if you could be more upright?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, it probably would. So I guess I also needed to know, this has been, we've talked about quite a few things in the last 15 minutes or so. Was there anything that's on your mind that came up during our conversation that you'd like to talk about further?
I think when you asked us how we were going to tell people, to think about that now, to get an idea of what we're going to say to people. It will help think about that through the rest of the day. Don't you agree?
I agree.
Yeah.
It's just all sudden, really. We'll just be talking about it more, be more prepared.
Mm-hmm.
Would we be able to get a hold of you if we have any further questions?
You are going to have the card that has my number on it. Will be in the packet that I'm going to be giving you.
Okay.
And one of the things too that I was going to tell you before you left is that it's routine for us here to follow up with people after they go home. So I'm going to make sure, I'm going to verify your phone number and find out when I could talk to maybe both of you I like to do that when I can. And I'll be calling within the first week, and then we'll make plans as to when I will call again. So I hope that will be helpful to you as well.
Yeah. Be very helpful.
Okay.
Thank
Would you
you.
like your water back?
Sure. Thank you.
Yeah. And I'll be in again.
Okay.
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 Thank you, Robin.
Thank you.
Yeah.